Here we go. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl, 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 girl. Did y'all hear? I did not know. Kelly Clarkson's ex husband died. He was battling cancer. He's 48 years old. I said, is that the man she was paying alimony payments to? Girl, I hope she has a hefty life insurance policy on that motherfucker. Let me tell you something. It's a weird feeling when someone who did you wrong dies. It is such a weird feeling. Somebody that used to care about, and they do you wrong and then they die. It's a weird, it really is a weird feeling. That's happened to me. That has happened to me, and I still haven't confirmed whether the person is actually dead or not, but I was told through a third hand information that somebody who did me wrong died. And yeah, it is definitely a weird feeling. So I wonder how Kelly Clarkson feels that her ex-husband, like, she was paying alimony to that man. Let's see what the blogs say.
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog.
Brandon Blackstock, ex-husband of Kelly Clarkson and former manager, has passed away at 48 following a battle with cancer. Kelly Clarkson. Let's see what the news says. All right, this is from, we could do Yahoo Entertainment or People. Let's do Yahoo Entertainment, who's probably reporting from the People article. What we know, it says, this is from Yahoo Entertainment. Brandon Blackstock, Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband, talent agent, and former manager, has died after a battle with cancer, his family announced on Thursday. He was 48. It is with great sadness that we share the news that Brandon Blackstock has passed away, a representative said in a statement to multiple news outlets. Brandon's bravely battled cancer for more than 3 years. He passed away peacefully and was surrounded by family. We thank you for your thoughts and prayers and ask for everyone to respect the family's privacy during. I just have to pay. I just need to pay attention to make sure it doesn't cut off. So I need to be paying attention because, girl, I think my kid changed the settings. Anyways, so let's finish where we started off. The announcement came a day after Clarkson revealed that she was postponing her remaining August dates of her Las Vegas residency due to Blackstock's illness. She said, unfortunately, I need to postpone the remainder of the August studio session dates in Las Vegas, Clarkson announced in a post on Instagram. While I normally keep my personal life private, in the past year, my children's father has been ill, and at this moment, I need to be fully present for them. Clarkson and Blackstock married in 2013. His father, Narvel Blackstock, previously served as Clarkson's manager. The two have two children together: River Rose, 11-year-old daughter, and Remy Alexander, a 9-year-old son. I love the name Remy for a boy. I think it's so cute. Blackstock has two children from a previous marriage. Clarkson filed for divorce from Blackstock in 2020. An acrimonious split followed, with a couple's Montana ranch becoming a point of contention during the divorce proceedings. Clarkson was eventually awarded ownership of the property, even though Blackstock was living at the home at the time and lost a legal fight to evict him from the ranch. Their divorce was finalized in 2022. In March, Clarkson stepped away from her eponymous. This does not stop again. Girl, this video had to be started. I done started this video so many times. Let me finish reading about Kelly Clarkson. News Nation subsequently reported that Blackstock was sick, and Kelly and Clarkson skipped show tapings to take her children to see him. The Since You've Been Gone singer remaining shows at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace this month has been scheduled for August 8th and 9th, 15th and 16th. Her next run at the 4,100 capacity venue, which was previously announced, is set for November. This is the second postponement of Clarkson's residency, which opened in July. Girl, I don't even have this on, and I've been talking. Girl, this is a mess. This is a mess. Okay. So, anyways, Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband died. She postponed her residency twice since July, which makes sense because she has children with him. I'm sure she's taking her children to go be with him, to sit with him, or whatever the case may be. So, we talked about the alimony that she had to pay him, and she had to pay for that house while he was staying in it. She was able to keep the home, but he was also able to stay in the home. So it was her house and he was staying in it. And by court order, he was allowed to stay in the house. So I really hope that she had a good life insurance policy on him. I'm sure she did, to make sure her kids are good. But it's always a weird feeling. Like, I've experienced that in the last year. I think it was a year ago. Yeah, it was last year when someone told me, and it was literally around his birthday, um, that he had passed. And when somebody has done you wrong or has abused you, or harmed you in any way, when they die, somebody that you used to care about, right? And they harmed you in a particular way and they die, it is a weird feeling. Has that ever happened to you? It's a weird feeling because when I was told that the person who it was narcissistic abuse, um, I was like, I don't know how to feel. Maybe I should feel like a narcissist would feel. Nothing. I don't know. So it was a weird feeling. I didn't shed a tear, didn't cry, didn't feel bad, didn't feel like, oh, I felt like, oh, that's crazy. Like, that's really crazy. Um, and I just hope that Kelly Clarkson has a good life insurance policy on him. Let's see if it made it to the blogs. I'm sure it's on People. Let's go to People and see, because I'm sure it's there. Yes, right here. Let's read some of the comments. Prayers go out to Kelly Clarkson and their children during this difficult time. I know Kelly and him were separated, but this is still sad. That's sad to hear. Too young. Condolences. My deepest condolences to their friends and family. My condolences to his loved ones, especially the kids. Cancer is horrible. May he rest in peace. So very sad. Prayers to his children and family, taken way too young. I didn't see this one coming. May his soul rest in peace. May he rest in peace. Yes, agree. Affected relationship. So sad. RIP. Sure is weird when we have so much cancer in younger adults in the last 4 years. It is the effects of COVID or that vax that was produced. Is it? Is a question. Damn, Kelly Clarkson divorced him while he was going through cancer. No, he was diagnosed after, separated in 2020. Yeah, you have to read the post. They were separated, and this came afterwards. They said in the past 3 years, so that was before then. So yeah, so that was some of the comments. I'm going to just keep my opinions to myself and respect to the kids. I get what everyone is saying here, but really these children will now grow up without a father, and that sucks no matter what. Remember, he was a father to Kelly's children. Two kiddos lost their father today. Saying anything else today is a reflection upon you and not quote him. I wonder how Kelly feels and if they made amends or had closure, because he made Kelly's life miserable in the divorce. He did. He did. And the wildest part of it is when someone dies, they're looking at you to have these feelings that they've seen in media, in movies. So when a man dies or when a person dies or somebody that has harmed you died, everybody's like, oh, how is she going to act? How is Kelly Clarkson going to act? And you remember when somebody harmed you. Yeah, you might remember the good times, but it will affect how you respond to the announcement of their death. Let's see what else is going on. So shout out to Kelly Clarkson and her children. Um, Oh, he's a stepson to Reba McEntire. I did not know that. She married his dad. Okay. I'm sorry for his children. May they be comforted in this hard time. If it's going to be in your life, it's not going to matter if you were a good or a bad person according to your standards. This man was Kelly's kid's father. He's too young. Stop judging people for Christ's sake. What the world needs is more love, compassion, and empathy for someone who harmed another person. That's what people leave out, is like, the reason why people are responding in such a way is because he was a harmful person. Like when Puffy dies, I can't imagine what it's going to be like knowing that he has literally practically harmed everybody in his path. And I still will say to this day, Jesse and Delilah and Carisha are not exempt. So shout out to Kelly Clarkson and her children. I can't believe True Religion has made a comeback. Remember True Religion jeans back in the day? I cannot believe it. That was like Von Dutch days, True Religion. The people are still wearing True Religion jeans? Okay, girl, I guess. It says True Religion, when it comes to denim and defined eras, True Religion has more than earned its stripes and its horseshoes. Now the brand is turning up the volume with its new icon campaigns by tapping none other than Glorilla, one of the boldest voices in the new wave of hip hop. Um, and then they also hired Duke Dennis. He's a streaming person. He streams. He's in that Kai Sanat. He's one that has already been. His Yelp reviews are out. Just go see him. His Yelp reviews are out, and I wonder why they would even give him a deal, knowing his past. Anyways, Busta Rhymes hit with a $7 million lawsuit by ex-assistant for alleged assault and labor law violations. Let me tell you something about the music industry, baby. The music industry, entertainment industry, while there might be an HR for the corporation that is over the record label, but HR is not for you. It is for to protect them. And if you go to them with any kind of situations happening, it really and especially if you somebody's assistant, you really the lines are so blurry because it is a social job. You have to go out and socialize. That is part of your job. Networking. Well, it depends on what department you work in, but if you're working for a rapper and you are his assistant, you have to create really firm boundaries because you will be working after hours and not getting paid more for it. That is the absolute truth. Don't ask me how I know. Okay. Busta Rhymes is back in the headlines, and this time it's not about the music. The legendary Brooklyn MC is facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit from his former assistant, Deshelle Gable, stemming from an alleged assault and multiple labor law violations. According to All Hip Hop, Gables filed a federal suit accusing Busta of punching him in the face during a heated argument in the lobby of the rapper's Brooklyn apartment building back in January. The conflict allegedly began over Gables using his phone on the job, which escalated into violence, resulting in swelling around Gables' eyes and emotional trauma. But the allegations or the accusations don't stop there. Gable also claims that Busta Rhymes, real name Trevor Smith, come on, Trevor, violated multiple labor laws, including failure to pay earned wages and workplace mistreatment. You know how many people who work in the music industry can file these same claims? Multiple labor law violations. I'm telling you, and failure to pay earned wages because there's no like real time clock happening at all. Following the January incident, Buster turned himself into authorities after allegedly fleeing the scene. He was hit with a misdemeanor charge, including third-degree assault, attempted assault, and harassment. Deshelle Gables, meanwhile, was taken to the hospital by police and paramedics after the 911 call. So you really beat up your assistant for using the phones? I need to know. I feel like I cannot I cannot imagine someone, and you can, because their puffy exists. I was gonna say, I can't imagine somebody being that unreasonable than wanting to fight their assistant because they're on the phone on a personal call. Now Gables is seeking between $6 to $7 million in damages for assault, battery, wage theft, and infliction of emotional distress. He also claims that once an incident occurred, BUSTA and his team abruptly ended his employment and communication with him. Gables and his legal team are expected to speak publicly about the case at a press conference on August 7th, which is today. Everyone out here trying to get a bag. It says, go ask the Jamaicans and Latinos to help you. As soon as he achieved his star on the Walk of Fame. No, let's hope this isn't true. Sounds like him, allegedly. I don't believe it. All these hoes broke and need money. Go to the police. They did go to the police. That's why he's being charged. They did go to the police, Angela. That's why he's being charged. And how else do you expect him to pay for wage theft? He wants his money for his work. What is wrong with y'all? I don't understand people. And I really, it is so weird to sit. You're literally only taking a position of defense because of this person's music. You don't know Busta Rhymes. You don't know Trevor. You don't know Trevor. Y'all don't know Busta Rhymes. Hit you with no delay. And so what you saying, yo? Silly with the 9 milli, what the dilly, yo? Yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club, you know why I'm in the studio. You don't want to violate. Truly, yo, your man, Julio, he moody, yo. Type of nigga that'll slap you with the tootie, yo. Bitch, nigga scared to death, act fruity, yo. Fuck that. The way she shake it, make me want to get her in her booty, yo. Y'all don't know Trevor, okay? Y'all need to stop defending public figures just because they're public figures. You don't know those people. You don't know what they do behind. You only see them with lights flashing around them. That's when the only time you see them. You don't see them at night. You don't see them preparing for bed. You don't see them in the bathroom taking showers or doing whatever. You don't see them. And the fact that a person comes out and says, hey, wage theft, assault, battery, and he's being charged with it. Y'all talking about go to the police? He did go to the police. And now I'm suing you. In addition to a criminal charge, I want you to pay me what you owe me. And I don't understand, because if it were your job and your boss punched your ass in the face and you weren't getting your compensation, an accurate amount, you weren't getting what you signed up for, what you're contracted to do, you aren't getting paid for it, you would want somebody to advocate for you. You would want somebody to be on your side. You wouldn't want somebody to call you a money hungry hoe because you want your motherfucking money that you earned. I don't understand people. All these hoes broke and need money. No shit. There's a lot of motherfuckers broke and need money. It's a lot of people who aren't broke and still need money. So if I work for you and you don't pay me what you owe me and you punch me in the face because I was on the phone, and then somebody, let's hope it's not true, he's been charged. They normally don't charge people without any ounce of evidence. No evidence, nobody's getting charged. So there had to be some evidence in order for him to turn himself in. Like, maybe y'all not reading, you just read the headline. But he turned himself in after fleeing the scene. And now you've been charged. Now I'm suing you. So I have a civil and criminal case against you. Because you take my money and you punch me in the face before. And he came back. You know why he came back? Because that lifestyle, baby. Then people get used to that lifestyle. Getting into places for free because you're associated to so-and-so. They go back to that job. Girl, I don't know what else to say. Get your money. And you shouldn't have hit that person. Girl, Erica Banks arrested for bringing a stolen gun to an airport, allegedly. She must have not known it was in her bag, but the fact that it's stolen. Erica Banks just had a serious run-in with airport authorities, and it's got her name back in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. According to the Shade Room, the Love and Hip Hop star was arrested after TSA agents at Atlanta Airport allegedly discovered a firearm in her Louis Vuitton bag. But that's not all. The gun was reportedly flagged as stolen out of Greenville, South Carolina. Banks, who was on her way from Atlanta to Houston, was taken into custody August 6th and booked into a Clayton County jail. Fortunately, for the rapper, her stay behind bars was short. She was released just over an hour later. Her legal team is already fighting back in a statement. Her attorney insisted that she had no knowledge the firearm was stolen. Who did you get it from, my dear girl? Y'all can't say stuff like that you don't know, because it goes against everything that you rap about. It goes against your whole public persona. You cannot be dumb and smart at the same time. Where did you get the gun from? Did you get it legally? Is it registered? It's not. Whoever it's registered to, they have reported it's stolen. So where did you get this? Somebody just hand it to you like, here, girl, here, I got a gun. You don't know if it has a body on it or anything. Like, you bitches, you claim you boss bitches, but your brains be birds chirping, chirping, picking up crumbs off the floor, chirping like dumb. But you claim your booties be obnoxious out the frame, literally out of the frame, and just dumb, no brains here. Did they take the brains out and put it in your booty? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because how the fuck are you saying you didn't know? You didn't know that it was in the bag. That's what I would have said. Like, I mean, it was in the bag. When I tell you people lie out of fear and gain, you're afraid of what's going to happen to you if you tell the truth. I didn't know it was in the bag. That girl, I didn't know it was in the bag. I didn't even know it was stolen, girl. But how could you not know it was stolen if you didn't get it in the proper way? By registering it being in your name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right, exactly. It is our contention that when she was caught with this weapon, she had no idea it was stolen. So she is not guilty of any offense. And once we get to the court on this case, my job is to make sure that it never becomes a part of her criminal history and have the charges dismissed. While the situation is still developing, Banks appeared confident in her legal defense, and fans are waiting to see how it all plays out. What did Peter Gunn say? Them ass shots must be going to your brain. That's what it's giving. Girl, I'm so tired of looking at Clarissa Shields. She gets on my nerves. Um, all right, let's see. You don't want me to be a judge. He would never, he wouldn't see the light. I already talked about it already. Baby, I would run those two 10-year sentences and a year of probation. You will not be out of jail, and you will not be out of the state custody until you are almost 90 years old. I would make sure of that, bitch. It'll be 30 years before you are ever able to move. But I'm telling you, he's a flight risk. I I would be surprised if Puffy gets out and doesn't flee the country. You will never see that motherfucker again. Because let me tell you something. If I were him, that's what I would do. And I ain't nowhere near as evil as that motherfucker. I know he will get the fuck out. Lotto brings Y2K back. Rap star drops apple bottom jeans collab for Sugar Honey Iced Tea anniversary. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Homegirl looking at her. She hit the flow. Next thing you know, shorty got low, 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 low. Bring back Parasuco jeans and I'll be happy. Damn. That took me way back. I used to love apple bottom. I never owned a pair of apple bottom jeans. I never really was like, I think I've owned a couple of baby fat shirts, but I never really was like, I wore a Nietzsche. I had a pair of cross colors, but that was in the 90s. But like when the urban fashions and stuff like that, I don't. I didn't own any Apple Bottom. Like I owned a Nietzsche. I don't think I've owned any Fubu ever. Never wore a Sean John nothing. Maybe a baby fat shirt. And I had a couple of friends that worked at Playboy, so I would have like we would go to the Playboy like merchandise things, and I would wear Playboy. Um, I jeans. I was a Gap kid. Like I wore a Gap during those times. Like I didn't wear any rappers clothing line. Like I said, I don't even think I own anything of Baby Fat. I do have a Tommy Hilfiger now. I wore Tommy Hilfiger. Like I said, I wore a Nietzsche. Tommy Hilfiger is urban, so I wore a Nietzsche. That's probably it. I remember I had this orange Nietzsche, like terry cloth set. It was cute. It's terry. It was like orange, navy blue, and white. It was really cute. Um, no, I didn't. I wore Gap. I wore Tommy Hilfiger polo. My jeans would be from the Gap. My jeans were all my jeans. I'm not thinking all my jeans were from the Gap. I used to wear the Gap. Maybe a shirt. I don't know. Maybe a shirt here and there. Oh, I had a Jabot. Jabot's not. Jabot's not. It's not urban either. I had Jabot jeans. No, honestly, truly. Mm-mm. All right. So shout out to Apple Bottom and Lotto. What? It says BET pulls the plug on Soul Train Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards. Fans demand answers. What in the hell is going on? Black music just lost two of its biggest televised celebration, and the culture is not happy. Baller Alert dropped the bomb on Tuesday night, August 5th, that BET has indefinitely suspended both the Soul Train Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards, two events that for years have served as cornerstones for honoring Black music, culture, and history. Maybe they canceled y'all because y'all gave reverence and memorialized Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Smith. What's his name? Kevin. What's the nigga's name? Kevin Samuels. Kevin Smith is from South. Is it South Park? Is that South Park? No, Kevin Smith is from what's he does the movies. Bill and not Bill and Ted's. You know what I'm talking about with the tall blonde guy with the long hair. That's Kevin Smith. Um, is that Kevin Smith did Freaks and Geeks? I don't remember, but you know who I'm talking about. Kevin Smith. Hopefully I'll post a picture. But Kevin Samuels, maybe that's what it was. It says BET CEO Scott Mills quietly confirmed the news to Billboard's Gail Mitchell, saying simply, so for BET line, we have suspended Soul Train and Hip Hop Awards. No explanation, no timeline to return, just gone. The BET Hip Hop Awards, launched in 2006, became a yearly moment for hip hop to shine. From unforgettable ciphers to history-making performances by everyone from Nicki Minaj to Kendrick Lamar. It gave both newcomers and legends a chance to showcase their artistry on a national stage. This suspension hits hard, especially since no other nationally televised award shows are fully dedicated to hip hop or R&B. For emerging artists, these programs meant a rare primetime exposure. For veterans, they were a chance to receive flowers while still here. The decision comes after BET was sold earlier this year by Paramount Global to a Black-led ownership group which had many hoping for Black-centered programming, not less. Now, fans and industry insiders are demanding answers, wondering if these events will ever return. As for now, BET has given no indication if the awards could be back in 2006 or later. For the culture, this feels like a suspension and more doesn't, it feels less like a suspension and more like a potential goodbye. The silence isn't helping. Let's read some of the comments. That's weird. I wonder why. Who is Angela? In our channel for a long time. I mean, who's going to perform Sexy Red? We're constantly complaining about the Grammys and the Oscars so white, and yet we're applauding the dissolving of award shows dedicated to our culture. Despite the obvious improvements that need to be made, there's obviously nothing good about this. We have to support us always. Current hip hop is trash, so I can understand, but we still got some good R&B and soul though. It was really good this year, very well put together. Sadly, they nominate the same people over and over when there are so many artists deserving a nomination. About time. So, what celebrity is going to make their own award show now? Someone better step up. 50 Cent, stars, because this is what happens when you sell your brand to a white man. This is coming from people who didn't even know the BET Awards were airing this year. Okay, I'm convinced people just want shit to complain about. Yeah, I think a lot of people use the internet to get out their grievances about whatever it is. But what is happening is that people are finding little things to get outraged about, like small things to get outraged about. Like that Laverne Cox thing, I felt was like literally blown out of proportion. I was like, girl, this don't even make sense the way y'all acting about this shit. And y'all compromised yourself for a nigga last month. So that was a little overboard. So that, to me, that's just an example of taking something and just literally making a mountain out of a molehill. So we'll see what happens with BT and the Soul Train, and the Hip Hop Awards. All right, let's see what else is happening. This is It's Only Entertainment. Devon Franklin marries celebrity trainer Maria Castillo in a romantic lakeside ceremony. Here, I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this.
This message is just for the ladies. If you're a guy, just keep scrolling. Do not get married. Do not. If you want partnership, that's fine. If you want to be in a commitment, that is fine. If you want to have children, that's fantastic. Do not get married. It's a trap. All of it's a trap. It is byproduct of a little boy who never had to work for his mother's affection, and therefore he grows up believing that he is deserving of everything that you try to give him in order to get a little bit of that validation back that he gave you in the beginning of the courting phase or the dating phase. Yeah, it never lasts. Do not get married. If you want a diamond ring, ladies, go and buy one for yourself.
By yourself.
Your time here on earth is intended for you to channel and to connect to higher consciousness through your divine feminine presence. If you get married, then you end up having all of that attention diverted into taking care of other people aside from yourself. That's the intention behind it, is to get you to not understand and remember why you came into this earth as a divine, superior, feminine being. Patriarchy is dying. The ladies are waking up.
The ladies are waking up. You know, it's the women that need deprogramming. There's 2,000 comments on here. I want to read it to you. Marriage equals daycare for men. Don't let them move in either. As a married woman, I'm here for all of this. I had to walk away from being in a marriage. When he asked me to reconnect with him, I just tell him that I have no interest in adopting a rescue pet. Why didn't they have the internet and IG in the 90s when I was in high school? This could have saved the trajectory of my entire life. Who are you telling, baby? And I used to hear my mom saying, if I knew then what I know now. And I think that's the purpose of taking women offline, right? Is to impart the wisdom. And like, again, some of us just have to go through it. I literally feel like it's a rite of passage. And then it's like, how many times are you going to go through the rite of passage before you realize, oh, I don't fare well when I come out of these things, right? Let's see. Nope. Married for 10 years, now getting 33,000 a month. I'm retired, chilling on purpose. Chilling only purpose was to make my 3 beautiful children. 67 now, I'd never do it again. It only really benefits men. 66, I never got married. I've always been woke. Life is divine without a man. My only regret is I wasted too much time dating, trying to find someone. That's it. It's when you realize it. Like, and for some, and I was just listening to Shan Booty's interview with this woman talking about being single. I have to finish it. I was listening to it on the way home. I shared it on the community page. Go watch it. I'm at the part where they're talking about the sex life of single people, and it's really interesting so far. But a lot of these comments, right? I have a husband and I have sons. I love them and they love me. Good for you, lady. We can buy our own flowers, but we must vote because they're working feverishly to take our rights to buy our flowers. Vote, ladies. The ladies are waking up. So correct. I saw somewhere they make women get married early because as she gets older, she understands men better and doesn't want one anymore. That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of the girls from single digits are raised to center the idea of being in a relationship even before they understand the pathology of men. And what a lot of women are doing are chasing a fantastical idea of a life that they've seen in media, right? The marketing campaigns for being married, the shows that you watch, things that are telling you, oh, this is what you want, and you never analyze why you want those things. You never analyze why you want those things. And what so many women are doing is chasing a fairy tale, only to be in relationship with somebody who is going to create a nightmare out of that fairy tale. Do not change your last name. What a pain to change it back. Expensive and time consuming. Don't have babies with boyfriends. It doesn't matter. I just saw a lady post something. I did all this for my husband, all for him to cheat on me. Men are going to cheat on you because there's no consequence for the behavior. One, two, because they are agreeing to be in a monogamous relationship when humans are not naturally monogamous. That's a socialized behavior and an agreement between two people. You might be a monogamous person, meaning that when you are in relationships, you only want to be with that one person, but that's a choice that you're making. That's not a natural state of being, right? All of this stuff are just agreements, really. And when you decide to no longer to agree to it, you step out of it. And now you just observe the women coming out of it, more women just coming out of it. And that's why you have to share posts, share the ideas, talk to people, correct when you see women acting a certain way, especially young women acting a certain way. The only way these things are going to change is if there's a shift in consciousness and all the women are in harmony, right? That's why you ignore the agents like Cheyenne Bryant, the lover girls who are telling you, oh, there's one out there for you and you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You do. Promote more women talking about being single or being unpartnered, being ethically non-monogamous, whatever it is. Share those things so that girls growing up who have been programmed can see that there are other options. There are other options in how to exist and how to live your life. And none of us are here to be partnered. That is nobody's purpose to drop down into your soul, to drop down into this body and come down here and be partnered with somebody for the rest of your life. That makes no sense whatsoever. You are not entitled to have that experience either. I deserve. No, you do not. You don't. And then when you think about what you think you deserve, it's somebody who's going to benefit more from the relationship than you will benefit from it. And that's by design until you get sick and tired of dealing with that shit. And I'm not talking about people in healthy relationships. I'm talking about the way that the men are socialized to relate to women in intimate romantic relationships and the way that some women adopt behaviors as well that are toxic, codependency, what is it? The separation anxiety, where you have an anxious attachment style, like you're afraid that somebody's always going to leave you. That's why you have to go to therapy and work on your abandonment issues, your people pleasing, your codependency, your attachment style. That is what a medical professional, mental health professional is there for. So you can unwind your fucking eyes and understand that it is not, none of this is required for you to participate in. And I'm here to let you know and to reinforce that it is okay not to desire to be in a relationship. It is okay not to desire to have children. It is absolutely okay. It is okay to be a single person. When I tell you how giddy, every now and again, I get real giddy. I be in the kitchen like Winnie the Pooh. You understand me? No drawers and just a tank top on, making some coffee or something. And I just get giddy, like I don't have to walk on eggshells. I don't have to manage anyone's emotions. I don't have to be in a state where I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you because you're playing a game where you're being moody because you want to control the environment with your fucked up moods. No, I don't have to deal with none of that. It is such a, oh, it's such a good feeling. Also, in Shan's video with that lady, she was talking about people who are single people and are partnered, but they're single. They're living alone. Their partner lives somewhere else. Like there are so many ways to skin a cat, so many ways to exist, and understanding that you can have intimate, fulfilling, deep relationships and not have to have sex with the person. And if you want to have sex, have your safe, consensual sex. Have it if you want it, but don't have it with anyone. Like the way that y'all, let me tell you something. If you were down here dragging Laverne Cox, I don't ever want to see you abandon yourself for a piece of dick. Don't do it. If you were down here dragging Laverne Cox, I don't ever want you to turn around from that judgment that you had of her and how she compromised herself and turn around and compromise yourself just to be in connection with a man. Despite being happily married for 21 years and despite my desire for everyone to have the same experiences as me, I agree with this post. Do not get married. My marriage is rare. Your relationship has to be a full partnership. Dating can be a game, but marriage is not. Plus, most people have trauma, bad habits, etc. And their definition of what love looks like can be completely different from yours. They can come from a place where love looked like beating your ass and then buying flowers the next day. Yes, and that's absolutely true. Dating can be a game, but marriage is not. You will need to work together to fix things, collaborative and cooperative. Right. We always come to each other with a high level of respect for the other person. My husband is the first person who did not want anything from me. My husband is the first person who did not want anything from me. Our relationship was not transactional. When we were dating, we had conversations about topics like cheating, drug abuse, because our friends' relationships were struggling with those things. Like I watched The Valley yesterday, and they had drug abuse and domestic violence resources on the screen. Because what Jax is putting Brittany through, when I tell you that motherfucker looks like a family annihilator, like I would be scared to be in partnership or even have a child with Jax. And shout out to Zach, who clocked it. He was like, he doesn't even call his son by his name. He keeps saying, my son, my son, my son. And every time Jack spoke about Cruz, he would not call him by name. It's almost like he is an object. Ooh, the battery. Ooh, the battery. Can I put the back? Can I charge it? Will it work while I charge it? I thought I saw a little red light blinking. Will it work and I charge it at the same time? I don't know. I don't know, girl. We'll see. Hopefully I don't lose audio. But it's still saying it's recording. Everything is connected. She says those conversations led us to have an unofficial agreement. If you fall out of love, if you need intimacy elsewhere, talk to me. If one of us was going down a dark path, do something, be honest. We had weird conversations about chores, things like how much I detest taking out the trash and why. He told me he hated making the bed. We did laundry together at the laundromat before we lived together. We just wanted to spend time alongside each other. But I agree with this post. Do not get married. Another comment, girl. And what the crazy part is, it's the women who have the one-off relationships and who understand that they are in a like special situation, because when they look around them, the majority of their friends are having a different experience and they talk about it with each other. And then for women to come in like, I've been happily married for 38 years. That's great for you, honey. But the divorce rates show that most women are unhappy with the decision that they made to get married for whatever reason: financial, infidelity, um, mismatched values. His politics don't match yours. Somebody tag me in it. Please don't. Some marriages work, most don't. Choose carefully. And for all these self righteous ladies who are married to Prince Charming, you'd all do a lot better supporting other women's rights not to live your lives as you see it. What gives you the right to come to this site and try to undermine other women's decision not to live with what you all think is heaven on earth? You don't know every woman's story, so step off, June Cleavers. Okay, let me stop you right there. If I have a kid with a man, we are getting married because kids are what? And both parents need medical and financial consent to help the child. Girl, you sound crazy. Cool, except when you shack up with the man, nobody's telling you to. Girl, you can't get an insurance policy on your partner and not be married to them. I'm so tired of y'all. As a married millennial woman, I can attest to what she's saying. However, I would never tell women not to get married. God's way is still God's way. Did you know that God existed before the institution of marriage existed? God didn't make people get married. God has nothing to do with marriage. Honestly and factually, God has nothing to do with legally tying yourself to another adult human being. Girl, that one comment made me want to turn off this damn throw this damn phone in the trash. Well, we boomers are conditioned to think that it's all about getting married with the wedding and having children. It was expected. Some boomers, some Gen X, some millennials, some Gen Z think that that is still the answer. And I'm not sure where they're getting that information from. But a lot of people who are involved in church, a male centered father God religion, are going to tell you to be a man's servant and you were made from his rib and you are here to be his helpmate while you are the motherfucking captain and he's the fucking skipper. Oh,
who are these niggas?
she's not wrong. She isn't wrong. And then this video from Katharine Hepburn where she says, I've always lived my life as a man. I do what the fuck I want to do. Barbara Walters says, is that why you wear pants? Yeah, I wear pants. Or do you ever wear dresses? Katharine Hepburn told Barbara Walters, I'll wear a dress to your funeral. Eat her up. Eat her ass up. Because bitch, who the fuck? Just like, and then I read this too. By 2030, around 45% of women aged 25 to 44 are expected to be single and child free. Holla motherfucking Luya, bitch. Hallelujah. It's 8,000 comments on here. You missed and happy in the caption. I said, I love this song. Turn it up. Don't threaten me with a good time. Diabolical photo for the age group. To all men concerned by this, just date each other. A lot of y'all don't even like women. So make it official. Why not? Crazy how it would be anything if men just went to therapy. And there's a lot of women still waiting for men to get it together. They don't have any reason to get it together. Have you seen? Do you think men have a consequence? Some women stay with men after they stick their dicks in other women. They do. Look at Rashida. Kirk stuck his raw. I hope Rashida, and that's the thing. See, we don't know what Rashida and Kirk got going on over there, but I really hope Rashida is not having sex with that man. I hope you're not. That's my man and that's my husband. I'm gonna still have sex with him, even though he's sticking his raw dick in everybody who will let him. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
I'm 65, child free, and single by choice. Let me tell you, life is peachy. Is that a woman aged between 25 and 44? Or a pic of their nan girl? Ecstatic to be a part of this percentage. Why'd y'all use a senior citizen to show 25 to 44? No health care, no living wages, no maternity leave, no affordable child care, no resources or help if pregnant, has serious complications. Who would want a child? Who wants to bring children into this world? As a mother of three, I support this. I love being a mom. I feel beyond blessed for the opportunities I've had in my life, but motherhood has been by far the most isolating experience. I mean, pulling in 50% income while expected to cook, clean, and manage a home, carry a baby, raise a baby, manage, nurse, social work with the home, usually also caring for the man. Yeah, I can see that being unappealing. The girls are waking up. The battery is dying on the phone now. Well, I gotta go. It's been almost an hour. I think we've talked about enough. Single, child free, single with the child, solo women running around here. Shout out to y'all. Kudos to y'all. High five to y'all. Cheers to y'all. Salute to y'all, girl. All the things. Don't let anybody make you feel a certain way, a negative way about putting your oxygen mask on first and being single and solo and having your solo journey so that you can attain a higher knowledge of self. That's the most important person. You, as much as anyone else in this entire universe, deserve your love and affection. You got it? All right. Peace. Take care of each other. I'll see you in the comments.